Well, getting some exercise today with my one leg. I just realized when I pushed record that I don't think I'm quite sure I haven't done a Think More video in quite some time, and I'm pretty damn sure that I haven't put out a video since I lost my leg. But I've been thinking about making another video, just putting some thoughts out there. And I made a video yesterday on my motorcycle channel, Moto Giant. I don't know, there's probably a few of you crossing over to Think More. I think I've got less than 50 subscribers on Think More at this point, but Think More Labs. I had an idea like this with a buddy who actually shared a lot of the ideas, or we're on the same wavelength, I would say, more than anything else. And I was just starting to get frustrated. Started talking to her, and I was like, yeah, we should start I don't want to call it a political channel, but that's kind of what it is. The politics of thought is what I would probably align it towards, just because there's so little thought going on in the world these days, specifically in America. And that's, if you go back and look at all the videos on this channel, it's kind of the alignment, the probably one common thread through all the videos is, talking about thinking, the way you think, the way you entertain ideas and process information, and the way you view the world. And I've had a few people in a few of the videos where I'm talking. I would like to do more of that, where I sit down with people and have a conversation, especially with people I don't agree with. And I think that's good for them and me. Everybody that I talk to, I think, if they have an open mind, I think that's a good process. But yeah, just kind of summarizing the channel up to this point, from what I remember. And I can remember walking around this walking track, this park, with once with my niece, once with my nephew. I think I did a couple times with my nephew, because they both have some wacky Marxist ideology. I'm trying to get them, if not straightened out, which I'm sure my niece will probably be straightened out in 20 years once she raises her kids, and all of a sudden it's like everything. Now she realizes she's not really being oppressed, or she's not the oppressor, or whatever crazy ideology she has. But today I had a specific topic in mind. Since I made a video yesterday talking about AI, and it was a terrible video, because I was trying to kill three birds with one stone. The main thing I was trying to express was, hey, I'm going to start using AI. And the other thought I was trying to express is, or more like a question, is, how can I use AI and not piss everybody that watches this channel off? How can I do that? You guys tell me what would piss you off. And I think the universal confusion with that audience is that they only heard a couple of things out of the 12, 13, 14 minute video. They probably only heard one thing that stood out, is, should I make AI videos? And that's not what I was asking, because I pretty much said, I think a couple of times in the video, I'm gonna put AI in my videos. I don't care what your opinion is. I'm gonna make AI videos. It wasn't a question of, do you want me to or not? I'm gonna make them. But I'm not. I think that was the other point. The other point I was trying to make was, I'm gonna make them. I want to see if I can ease you guys into it and explain that there's not that big of a difference between computer generated content, artificial intelligence. There's not that much difference between that and stock footage. I probably should have gone into that point a little bit more, because I think people get the impression that if you use a computer to make content, you're cheating, or you're trying to screw the viewer or listener or whatever. You're trying to screw them over. And that's completely, I don't think that's the point of any of it. I think most of the crap that I've seen that's computer generated lately, it's just crap. It's low quality. It's made from a computer, so there's a mix. I think that's the thing that I want to talk about here the most, is there's a mix of good and bad when it comes to AI. So if you've done any kind of experimentation like I have with large language models like ChatGPT, you type in something that you don't know anything about, and it spits out a bunch of information that may be mostly true. It may be 100% true, but if you don't know anything about it, you've got nothing to judge the information on. But say you're an expert and you type in an answer or a question to the answer of which you already know, and you get back a bunch of hogwash, or 10% hogwash, or 50% hogwash. That's kind of striking, and I think that's the thing that either that bothers them the most, or the fact that they think they're getting screwed bothers them the most, or possibly the more important possibility. The more important possibility is, especially at my age group, you're using a technology that they don't understand, and it frightens them. And I think that's what happened to a large part yesterday with the response I got. My audience is my age, around my age, older and younger by 20 years maybe, maybe 30 years younger now. But as a rule, most people don't understand technology, and people really don't understand AI. So I think that is a majority of what's going on, but it's also maybe an opportunity. And that's the real third goal that I was trying to produce yesterday, was a little bit of PR. The PR was basically, I'm going to make AI, I'm going to put AI into my videos. I am not going to produce 100% AI videos. I'm not going to do that. But I've had so much fun creating these products, and they bring such a phenomenal element to these to my productions that I'm not going to ignore them because somebody's afraid of them. But I think I'm gonna have to try to figure out a way to do the PR better. Communication. Do the communication better, because I think that's probably the hardest thing I do, is convey ideas. And I think a 12-minute video may have been too long. Short attention span. So like 98% of my audience is dudes. So 98% of my audience is prone to ADD. And it's a 12-minute video. And there were a lot of complex ideas in there, so I can understand why some people didn't get any of the words that I was trying to convey. A lot of people heard, probably from what I gathered from a couple of 2 or 3 comments, is I'm gonna change my channel to 100% AI content. It's not gonna be me riding around on a motorcycle anymore. It's gonna be a computer generated version of me or somebody else. And I don't know where they got that from, because I didn't say anything like that. I'm gonna use AI. That's what I said. I'm gonna use AI. And the second point was, I hope you don't get too upset. And I think the third point was, don't be too upset, because it's not all bad. It's not what you think. So yeah, so just kind of wanted to know the thinking people. Hopefully that's what this channel is made up of, is thinking people, not just people that are looking for a platform to reinforce their anger issues. I don't ever want to do that. I don't want to be the echo chamber that you go to realize that you're right in everything that you say and think. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the guy that reinforces your craziness. Although that's just human nature. You know, it's human nature for us all to go, yeah. We got to look for our tribe. Who is in our tribe? Who looks like us? Who dresses like us? Who thinks like us? Yeah, those are my people. And let's kill the other people because they probably want to steal our resources and our women. Talk about tribal. Yeah, so, yeah, let me know if you got any ideas about the AI situation, what your thoughts are. Hell, I might start putting all my AI efforts into this channel. Because who wants to stare at this? What if I just talked into a microphone and had an AI character that's really extremely good looking and answer the question that's in my mind: what's the difference between AI generated media and stock footage? What's the difference between this, what I'm doing with the selfie stick, an AI generated host, and then me just flashing pictures and video from a stock footage library? What's the difference? I mean, if you think about it, that's where the History Channel got its start back in the day. It was huge. It was a public archive of, World War I, World War II movie footage and pictures, and they just told a story on top of it. So what's the difference between that and something you make with a computer? Unless you're trying to fool somebody. So let's take that element out of the question. If your intent is pure, the same intent you have presenting your own media, if you take the intent and homogenize it, what's the difference between me telling a story with this footage, stock footage, or AI generated content? What's the difference? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think about. Answer that question first, and then on top of that, let me know what your thoughts are in general on AI. Because I know that probably in general, most people are going to be anti-AI unless they have found the gold and the magic like I have. I mean, there's just some amazing stuff out there. If you haven't checked it out, check out Diaper Diplomacy. It is amazing what you could do with AI. Basically, you're taking recordings of politicians and taking away the video and replacing it with baby faces talking. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. It's so entertaining. Stuff that I would never watch or listen to. I'm actually watching and listening to it because this cute little baby face speaking the words, dressed up in a outfit like the adult that was speaking is. It's fantastic. Anyway, let me know my answers to those questions.